you, Philly!
You want a war? You're going to get one.
What was that? He had no time for one more play.
Had an opportunity to win that game at the end.
But the referee screwed us. The brother screwed us.
I'm upset, but
the brother screwed us.
At least they fought back and tried.
Only Cowboys game.
You literally.
The brother screwed us. The brother screwed us. He had one man opportunity for one more play.
Dallas still stinks. You might do wicked thing back here and breaking news, mother-upping news. What do you know? The Eagles have made a trade, and I don't know what to think about this one. Clearly, they're getting a young receiver who I think has some upside. No question about it. But this does not look good for A.J. Brown being a Philadelphia Eagle next year. It looks like we're actually going to do this thing. Ian Rappaport said, sources, the Packers are trading wide receiver Dontayvion Wicks to the Eagles, and he's getting also in the deal a 1-year, $12.5 million extension. The Eagles are sending the 5th round pick this year that originally they got from the Falcons and their second 6th rounder next year. So the Eagles really, from a trade standpoint, they don't spend a lot of money. I would normally tell you this is a guy who I think he's a good 3rd wide receiver. I mean, I'm just going to keep it real. I would say I think he's a good 3rd wide receiver. But you got to wonder now what the plan is. If he is here to replace A.J. Brown, I don't think it's enough. If he's here to compete for that 3rd wide receiver spot, great. Kid with a lot of upside. What is going on, everybody? Thank you guys for being here. Guppy, Ryan, Rylan, Mem. Thank you guys for being here. Daldridge, thank you for being here, man. Donnie, Husky, Lazyford, Nick, Little Griffith, Royalties in the house, Dot Princess of YouTube, what's up? Mayday, Jay, Vashon, Michael, Kevin, Sean Fitzpatrick, what's up, my man? Jay Tyler, and anybody I missed, I apologize. Before I hand this over to you guys, let's look at a few things here with this dude. So Dontayvion Wicks is young. He's only 24 years old. That's one of the reasons why the Eagles are giving him an extension. If you remember him, especially in his rookie year, he was pretty good. Showed flashes. I will say this, the Packers do seem to be deep at wide receiver, and maybe a kid like that can't get the jump that he wants to get with the Packers. But he had 30 catches last year, 322 yards, 2 touchdowns. Nothing to write home about. Then, if you look at his career, he had 39 catches his rookie year, which is absolutely great for 581 yards. He had 39 catches the next year for 415 yards. I think that's not bad. And then it dropped to 30. So, is he going to get an expanded role with the Eagles? Are the Eagles going to trade A.J. Brown? Or is this going to be part of we're bringing in quality guys for fighting at that 3rd wide receiver position? Unfortunately, it looks like A.J. is on his way out. So my thoughts on this trade are, it don't look good for A.J. Brown. I like the kid in terms of, I think he's a kid that could come in with some talent, fight for that 3rd wide receiver spot, if that's what they're using him for. And if it is for A.J., then it's not enough. They've got to do more. And with that, I will turn this thing over to you guys. You guys tell me what you think. I'm dying to hear from you. Nick, thank you for the super chat, my man. Appreciate you. Wicks is only 24 years old. Mannion pushed for him hard. Yeah, I think Mannion knows him, obviously, being in Green Bay. He likes him. They've got depth at wide receiver, and yeah, you could be right. Uh, but if we're talking about a guy replacing A.J. Brown, this isn't enough, right? This isn't enough. So that first round pick rumors at wide receiver, I think, become really, really, really likely. And I gotta say this: you better get a first round pick in 2027. If you don't, it's a complete waste. A.J. Smith's the one. We're drafted wide receiver round 1. It sure feels like that. Eagles may be trading with the Jags for BT. Well, yeah, you get him. I'm all good with that, But I mean, we'll see. Brian Thomas Jr. I like him a lot. That would be much better than this. I mean, this isn't a guy to me to come in and be a number 2. Fredo says, don't like it. You went 2 elite receivers to elite, and the rest are solid. Yeah. I honestly don't know. My friends think AJ is going. I still don't think it's going to happen. I mean, I would love to say it's not, but it just seems like this is where we're trending. I hate it. I hate it, but I got to also accept the reality of it. It sure seems like it's the case. You know what I'm saying? It just does. So this makes me feel like we're going to reach for wide receivers here. That's my biggest fear. My biggest fear now is we have to take a receiver round 1 because we need a wide receiver. And then they go and they get the wrong guy. I would rather stay with these guys, get that 2027 first round pick, and then maybe try to get another 2027 first and get a receiver in that draft. No, I don't think he ever switched the corner. He showed. I mean, I remember his rookie year thinking, watching him with Green Bay, going, "Oh, that kid's going to be good," but it really hasn't developed more than that. Chris B, thank you for the super chat, my man. He goes, AJ is gone. Peace. Traded for Wicks, signed Hollywood. Well, they already signed Hollywood. They got Wicks. Yeah, I mean, it looks like what it looks like is the Eagles are bringing in guys who they want to compete and see if any of them could possibly take over, But that's a big drop. To go from A.J. Brown to Wicks is a big drop. And to me, I think that chances of them getting a receiver in the first round has shot up dramatically. I hope it's not the case. I obviously, I'll put this out there. I still prefer to keep A.J. Brown. It just doesn't seem like that's the way things are going. It's Worf. What's going on, my man? Yeah, I'm a little sad too, man. I'm not going to lie. A.J. Nolan in a second for Crosby. Yeah, I don't think the Raiders would do it. I don't. I mean, I think the Nolan part, I think they would want a first. And then I think, A.J., they probably don't want. Roll Philly Dogs, thank you for super chat. Bye-bye 1K, always moping. Always moping. Oh, man. Yeah. Here we go, some bullshit, Philly. There's my Mav that I love. There's the Mav with the mad angry faces. But this is what happens when you become a distraction. It really is. I mean, dude, they just want to get rid of him. Like, they could say, oh, we prefer to keep him and stuff, but man, everything they do is trying to get rid of this guy. And all I can say is I don't know what deal they have in place, if they have one in place, but you cannot get a second and a fourth or something like that. You better get a first round pick or I'm going to lose my shit. If you get a first round pick in 2027, I can live with it. But if you don't get a first round pick in 2027, I'm going to have big problems. Nick Davis Super Chat, 2 firsts and AJ from Myles Garrett June 2nd. That'd be nice. Why is it my fault? Why is it my fault? I've been the one trying to keep him. And Nick, thank you for that super chat, by the way. How does it become my fault? Does this mean are we getting rid of AJ? Yeah, I mean, it's not 100%. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think it looks good. I don't think it looks good keeping him. It just doesn't. It looks like that could be the case. And we got 537 people, and the chat is good. So good to see all of you guys today. I was just going to put a video out tonight, but we had the breaking news, so we broke in. I'm a little bit mixed on this. Like, if I knew A.J. Brown was going to be here next year, I would be like, dude, we got Hollywood Brown. We got with our third receiver. We will have an awesome third wide receiver. I'd be excited. But with the A.J. Brown uncertainty, I just don't know. We'll be fine without A.J. I don't get why you're also scared. We'll still win games. It's not about scared. To me, it's about value. I do not like the idea ever of giving away somebody for nothing. And that's where usually these type of things usually lead to that. Where the team trades a guy to get rid of the guy and they get nothing for him. I don't want to do that. He's not a 2. He's actually right. I think he could be a 3. Right? I think he could be a solid 3, Chris. But 2? That he's not. Wicks is not here to replace A.J. Brown. I don't believe so. I think he's here to compete for a third wide receiver spot. He's also here to maybe buy time because I think they're drafting a wide receiver. And if it's going to be Jordan Tyson, I like, and from a talent perspective, he may be my favorite receiver in the draft. Arguably, I just don't know if he can stay healthy. Kiss mine. You kiss mine. Wicks is a dog from what I've seen. He got the Dotson treatment in Green Bay. Well, I thought he showed signs of talent, but I mean, it's a big jump to go from A.J. Brown to Wicks. You know, so A.J. was messy though. Man, we had some good years with A.J. I just don't want to go back to the umbrella man. You know what I mean? Mom's walking around holding the umbrella, you know, and the sun is beating down on his head, and you don't want to sweat. The umbrella man, and then they tell me that's a receiver. Well, if they are hell-bent on trading A.J., we may be forgetting the Hurts component here. Hurts may not want to play with him anymore if they did fall out like that. Yeah, I mean, that's all possible. Jalen will never tell you anything, right? And I have to assume that what they're doing is for the best. But just get the right compensation for him. That's all I ask. All I ask is get me at least another first in 2027. Get me in the game next year for being able to go up and get maybe Jeremiah Smith or something like that. I just want to be in the game. You know? Man, this is wild, right? A.J. doesn't want to be you. Why would you trust A.J. Brown? Well, I mean, you got to expect the guy's making millions of dollars a year to do a job. Do you like going to your job? Right? Do you like going to your job? I mean, a lot of people hate their job. They hate where they live, but they do it. But I'm supposed to baby A.J. Brown makes millions of dollars because he doesn't want to play in Philly one more year? Nah, man. I'm not going to baby him like that. They ain't drafted wide receiver in the first. They're all signing. I don't know. See, I think it leads to the most likely a receiver in the first round. Because it seems like bringing in these guys, it looks like you're searching for multiple guys to possibly take over. And if you're going to go that route where you're going to trade A.J., I think they're going to draft a receiver. I do. I wouldn't want to. I don't want to. Matter of fact, if it's me now, if I'm trading A.J. Brown, I'm getting a 2027 first. And then I'm trading my 2026 first and getting another 2027 first. That means I go into that 2027 draft, I have 3 first-round picks. That would be my plan if I know I'm trading A.J. We will be better team, and quarterback 1 is going to be MVP of the league. You heard it from Memphis' own Donnie Miller. Thank you, Memphis' own Donnie. I appreciate you. Van Helsing, what is up? Thank you for super chat. 500. I had to break off my 3 years intense relationship the other day. I'm glad you're a distraction. Oh, man, I'm sorry about that. That's a tough one, man. 3 years, long time. But I'm glad I can help you just a little bit. We're going to get a receiver in the first round now. See, I think the opposite. I do. I think they're getting multiple guys that could possibly be that number 2 guy, but they're also going to get somebody for the future to be that guy. That's what I think. I don't think they can look at any of these guys and say, yeah, he's a viable replacement for A.J. Brown. I think that's a mistake if that's what they're thinking. I actually think this increases the chances in a weird way. You know? I mean, but you might be right. I don't know. I'm just telling you my guess. Dominator says if AJ's going to be an emotional diva, I'm fine if he's gone. Yeah, everybody's fine if he's gone, but then when you see the compensation, how are you going to feel? How are you going to feel if they give you a 3rd and a 5th? You're going to be happy? See, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people are assuming that we're going to just get a haul for him. I'm not. I'm assuming that we're going to get lowballed. I think this means the Eagles aren't drafting a wide receiver, even trading AJ. I definitely think it means they're drafting one. I definitely think they're drafting one. There's no way you can be sure that Wicks, Hollywood Brown, any of those guys could be your number 2. They may come in for a little bit and do it, but you're going to want somebody younger and talented, a pick, to come in and play the opposite side. But I wouldn't draft a wide receiver in the first round. That would not be what I do. I would not do that. I would wait a year. Jeremiah Smith would be my target. If the threat of AJ is going to downfall of the season, maybe. I don't know. That's right, Philly Matt. Hit that like button. Man, he's getting speed. I love it. He's definitely getting some speed there, and I like that too. There's no question. I don't dislike the Wicks move. I actually like bringing Wicks in. I just think number 2 receiver may be too much for him. I don't think we need a safety in O-line. AJ will be an Eagle this year, but we do need that one next. Now, if AJ's an Eagle, I love this. I love this Wicks move. I love it a lot. I love the competition. I love the depth at wide receiver. If AJ stays, I love this. If he's gone, I still think you need somebody else. I don't think we reach for safety. Yeah, I mean, look, we need an O-line help, and to me, that's where we should be focusing the draft on O-line. You know, I don't know. It's impossible to know. I get the perspective. Well, we brought in a receiver. We're not going to draft one now. I totally get that perspective, and I hope you're right. But with all the damn rumors, and then the fact that I don't think you can just write in Wicks or Hollywood. I don't think any of those guys are a shoo-in. That's why they're bringing in multiple guys. They're hoping that somebody emerges, but they don't know. DeVonta will be the number 1 wide receiver. Yep, Cooper has potential, and Hollywood is good money, and we have Saquon. Yeah, I like Darius Cooper. It's going to be interesting to see where he's at. We got 656 people in the chat. Make sure you hit that like. Make sure you subscribe. Philly, if AJ leaves, I'm throwing out both my kids and my AJ jersey. My son is a big AJ fan, so as he leaves, he will no longer be permitted to say his name in my house. We don't support traitors. I hear you. 1,000%. Oh, man. It's just crazy. So it's such a weird it's just a weird off season, you know? Cruising, my man, what's going on? Because it's going to be a great day when A.J. Brown is gone. Yeah, I bet the rest of the NFC East is going to be happy. I'm sure Mark Holmes is celebrating. The Giants are celebrating. Washington, who cares what they're doing? But yeah, I hear you. Rawson found, thank you for Super Chat. Trade him to the Dolphins or the Browns. Banish him, no coming back for ceremonies or Eagles Hall of Fame. He wants out, banish him. I would trade him to a shittiest team I could. I would. I'm not sending you to New England because New England wants you. fuck New England. No, I would too. But nobody else wants the guy. Rocky, thank you for the super chat. I still want to see what we do in the draft or on wide receiver before A.J. is gone for sure. I hope we don't get fleeced by the Pats if we do trade him. They've got to get the value for him. That's the whole key. Otherwise, keep him and then have Brown and Wicks and have them all go out and fight over the wide receiver 3 spot. To me that's still the most likable route. Cruz with every super chat. He goes, Hurts is going to look awful without A.J. Yeah, I love the people who are just trashing Hurts. I think you're going to be surprised with Hurts this year, man. I think Hurts is going to show up a lot of people for finally because if we take the handcuffs off him, I think he'll be just fine. So I don't buy into that narrative at all. Roll Philly Dogs, favorite super chat. I'd rather have these guys giving 100% than A.J. jogging and pouting. I don't want A.J. to jog and pout either. I think he's got to go out and play. We know you're unhappy. We know you want out. You'll be gone next year, but you still got to go get paid. Hold him to a high standard. That's what I think. Philly Matt, thank you for the super chat, my man. He goes, we keep A.J. and run a 4-year offense with more spread. 4 wide receivers. I would love it. Big Dom, thank you for super chat. Conspiracy alert. Okay, I love this already. Trade A.J. to New England for a 1 and a 2. Trade Hurts to Las Vegas for 2 1s and 2 2s. Package pick for Miles. Trade up for a wide receiver. Tanner McKee goes, you have to really believe in Tanner McKee because to me, if you trade A.J. and traded Hurts, just for argument's sake, then why would you go get Miles? You're not a Super Bowl contender anymore. You're pretty much rebuilding. So you would have to believe Tanner can get you there. I don't think that would ever happen, but it's interesting. Chris Scott, thank you for super chat. Philly, Ted Hurts is the guy to replace A.J. We could get him at 54. We're trading 23 for Crosby. Yeah, I like him. He's 6'4", right? He's a 6'4" guy, right? Pretty fast. Yeah, I like Jordan Tyson a lot, though. It's funny because now everybody's talking about Jordan Tyson. 2 weeks ago, I said out of nowhere, I was like, I watch all these receivers. I think Jordan Tyson may be the best guy. And now we're starting to see a lot of so-called experts believe that. There was one. Did you see the Ricky Scoops put out? He said that the Eagles are trying to trade up to 8 for Jordan Tyson. Where does he get? Where do you get that crap? There's no chance. Mouse, my man, David Super Chat. He goes, Howie rejected a 1 and a 3. Would he change? He might come down to a 1 and 3, but if I don't see 2027 first, I'm pissed. If you want to know my reaction, you'll know by that. 2027 first. Is it in there or not? Freddie, thank you for super chat. He goes, what are your top 5 players from the draft? Oh, God. Do you mean top 5 players I want or top 5 players at the top of the draft board? Because those are totally 2 different things. To me, I like Vega, Kenyon Sadiq. I like both the safeties. I would go those routes before I would go wide receiver. Even defensive end. I like some of those defensive ends early in the draft, but they'll be gone. So I think it depends. For the Eagles, my favorite player for the Eagles is Vega. Vega from Penn State is my favorite player for the Eagles. I think he's the best fit. I think he's plug and play, and I think he would be the biggest help for us. I don't think he's going to be there at 23, so we would have to trade up. And now with this receiver crap that just doesn't end, I don't know what to think that they're going to do. Rocky Davis super chat, my man. He goes, Packers fans are mad about this trade and called Wicks the Lions killer. Look, there's no question he's got upside. The Eagles just gave him a $12.5 million extension for 1 year. So they added another year to his deal. they obviously think something of him. And if you watch him, he definitely has talent. Can he develop? That's going to be the question. Maybe they think he could be a number 2. Maybe he can. We'll see how things go. We'll see how things go. Timothy, thank you for the super chat. The window is closed. Okay. Smitty, Wicks, and Hollywood is not enough to win a bowl. Are we in a win now mode, or don't trade the diva? I don't think the window's closed, but I think you have to find a receiver. I agree with you there. You're not paying for that's good. Well, how much what do third wide receivers get? That is true. 13 million, yeah, they might be bringing him in to be the number 2. $12.5 million for what's the highest paid third wide receiver? I agree with you. Actually, I think you're right. I think they're paying him to be the number 2, and they're going to end up drafting a number 1 wide receiver, somebody that they think eventually will take over from him. Yeah, it's not looking good. I did. Oh, my bad. Let me try to find it. I don't know why I missed it. I don't see anything. Was it a super chat, or was it a membership thing? Because the membership things are not showing up. So if I missed that, I'm sorry. But those, let me see. Oh, I did. No, I found it. Yeah, it was a milestone, couple milestone ones. So let me go through those. Muzzletron, member for 30 months, tinfoil dingbats. He goes, last we heard from A.J. was him telling fools to quit talking, and all this Rossini Vrabel stuff only confirms trade talk is from the outside to drive the price down. A.J. Smitty Wicks calling it. I hope you're right, man. And then here you go. Hope Mercenary, thank you, man, for being a member for 59 months. Mina Kime said this isn't AJ's replacement. I don't know who that is, but I hope you're right. But why pay him $12.5 million next year? What's the highest paid slot receiver make in the league? Like, what's the highest paid third wide receiver on a team make? That should be the question that we got to ask. Because they're paying him, they gave him an extra extension, right? What, $12.5 million for one more year? Now, is that $12.5 million for one more year, or is it $6.5 million, $6 million for 2 years? Like, are they giving him more money for this final year, and then they added an extra year, or is it $12.5 million for 1 year? That's what we got to find out. That could definitely tell us, Man, it's crazy. Roll for the dogs. Every super chat goes, Smitty's going to make everybody forget about it. Oh, Smitty's a man. I think DeVonta Smith will have a monster year. I do. I agree with you there, man. They are giving him $12.5 for 2027. So they're giving him $12.5 million for 1 year. That sounds like a lot, but it's for 2027. See, it could be this. It could be that they bring in Wicks. They keep AJ. I'm just talking. Maybe they keep AJ, bring in this kid for 1 more year, let him groom under AJ, and then AJ goes after the year when the kid's $12.5 million kicks in 2027. He gets the shot at the second wide receiver. They could possibly do it. Maybe they won't draft a wide receiver in the first round. I'm not sure. Yeah, I got to think about that. Maybe they will keep. I mean, if they keep AJ and get this kid, holy shit, dude! I love their receiving core. But it's interesting. Wicks is a depth piece. Yeah, could be. 500. I don't think you can ever believe the initial contract bullshit. It's always the agents. Well, that's true. True. Daniel, what's going on? Yeah, he was, but then when A.J. came, they started double team, and A.J. like, huh? Yeah. We need O-line safety. I agree with you. That's where I would go in the draft. That's where I wanted to go in the draft. Offensive line. I wanted to go offensive line, and I really like Jordan Tyson. I just don't like him in the first round. I think there's only one. I only think there's one wide receiver worth getting in round 1, and that's Tate. Other than that, I don't think any of the receivers, even Omar, even Cooper, like I don't think he's worth it. I honestly don't. In the first round, nah, I don't think so, dude. But that's just me. That's just me. We got 663 people in the chat. Thank you guys so much for being here. Main Metal Mike, what's going on? At that point, why get rid of A.J.? He won't be worth anything. Well, I think that's when they can do it. I mean, you won't get a first-round pick. You're going to lose value, no question about it. But, the question is, can the Eagles get a first-round pick for him now? I don't know what the hell's going on. The draft is going to be so interesting. It really is. We need to correct our thinking. A.J. and Smitty are ones, so Smitty is replacing A.J. So he is. Well, if they're both ones, then is he replacing them? I don't look at Smitty replacing them because I look at them as being 1A and 1B. So to me, I always looked at it like the Eagles had 2 ones on their team. So if you have 2 ones already, then you're losing one of the ones. You're keeping Smitty's not replacing Smitty. He's not really replacing. He's going to be right where he is. He's just going to be more of a focal point. So I don't think he's replacing A.J.Brown at all. Carnell Tate's not that guy. He's the only guy I think worth the first round pick. Whether he develops into something or not, who knows? But I think he's the only guy I would take in the first round. Cali Eagles, thank you for Super Chat. How much did Dotson get paid again? So we basically get Wicks 2 years for 12 and no, we're getting him for 1 year for 12 and a half. That's what it was said in here. It's a 1 year extension. So he's got 1 year left, whatever he's making this year. Then that 12 and a half is going to kick in 2027. That's what they're saying. So yeah, we'll have to see how the contract's kind of structured, but we'll see, man. It's only going to lead to more speculation. David Tate is overpaid, is overrated. You might be right. I'm not going to argue that. I just think that still, if I had to judge how many first-round wide receivers, I would say he's a first-round wide receiver. I don't think he's a top 10, but he's going to go probably 7 or 8. Yeah, he's still in his rookie deal 1 more year, and then his 2027, he got a 1 year extension. Yeah, it could be a situation where AJ stays 1 more year, Wicks plays out his rookie year. Next year he gets $12.5 million and he takes over for AJ, or that's the plan. So we'll see. You like the trade? If I knew AJ was going to be back, I love the trade. Diana Rossini got sidelined by the NFL. What happened? So they keep AJ and let him walk next year, and Wicks will step in at 2. That's what I'm thinking. But like I said, I think a lot of it depends on how they structured that contract. If all $12.5 million kick in 2027, then I think that's most likely what's happening. And we still got AJ in play. Otherwise, he's gone, dude. What if the Eagles are trying to compensate for AJ leaving this year with Wicks coming in and drafting a guy in 27? Jeremiah isn't the only great wide receiver from that class. Do the homework. Great talent. Yeah, there's a lot of good receivers in 20. I like the weapons, not just that wide receiver, but I think also running backs and stuff. in 2027. It's quite possible. Howie moves always come out of nowhere. Think of the options that make sense, but you don't see. Yeah, no, it's true. You don't see coming. But I do think if we can figure out and see how that contract's structured, I think it'll tell us a lot. If all that 12.5 come next year in 2027, then AJ still could be in play. Howie's working, he is. Can we please get an edge? Too many receivers signed and shake my head. You definitely need an edge. And I think you need a veteran edge. I don't think you need a edge rusher that's a rookie. I definitely don't. When I feel down about my Eagles, Philly 500 comes through with a video to make me feel better. I appreciate that. Hurts is just better. It makes sense with keeping an AJ for it does. I mean, there's a lot of truth to it. Really, if the contract of Wicks is structured in such a way, I actually agree with you. Lemon is better than tape filling. Nah, I don't know. Maybe he'll be better. I think there's a difference between what you develop into and what you are going into the draft. If I had to judge the two going into the draft, I think Tate's better. Does that mean it's going to like pan out that way? No, not at all. But I think for me, I like Jordan Tyson better than I like Lemon. Losing AJ would suck, but at least we'll have a core of wide receivers committing their routes every play, which will make Hurts better. Yeah, I agree. I agree in that sense, but still, when a talent like that commands the defenses to watch him and to put two people on him and open up things for everybody else, it's not going to be there. It's not going to be there. Hey, Philly, Kevin and Heather, are we the league standard? They scream we're trash. I thought no one wanted to play for us. Teams refuse to carry our jockstrap championship. Yeah, well, look, I think that they've been trying to basically dismantle this team for 2 years. I get it. I thought Hollywood Brown would be the three. Or are we trading AJ? What about Darius Cooper, Johnny Wilson? Well, Wilson's coming back from injury. Darius Cooper's going to have to fight for a job. And then Hollywood Brown's going to be there. I think he's going to be the third wide receiver too. But now if you have Wicks 1 year, are you going to put Wicks at the number 2 hole? Or is Wicks going to be part of your receiver group for 2 years and eventually take over for AJ on the outside? But you're going to have all of them for 1 year. That I don't know. If he's making 12.5 all in 2027, then 2026, he could play in the slot. Wide receivers get around 6 to 8 usually, $1 million usually. I think their hope is Smitty to be on 1 and the rookie to be 3 behind Wicks and eventually have Smitty and rookie together. Could be. But what if this is the case? What if 2027, and we're just speculating, what if the contract's set up with a 1-year extension for $12.5 million that kicks in 2027? So this year he's making under $6 to $8 million. So he's affordable to keep on the roster. What if their plan is to play him, rotate him in, let him learn behind A.J.Brown, groom him 1 more year, and then when you move A.J., you let him take over that 2 spot? What if that's what their plan is? I mean, I'm just thinking out loud. Roosevelt, thank you for Super Chat. He goes, get AJ on the show. Let's talk him out of it. I wish we could, man. Roosevelt, I wish we could. I'd rather go tight in the receiver in this year's draft. To me, it depends. Like, I think there's one tight end for sure I would draft in the first round. Well, that was my dream pick. That's who I want. When AJ retires, he deserves no love from Philly fans for the way he's disrespects the organization this past year. So I'm grateful. I'm not there yet. I can't. When he gets traded, I know that there's going to be, my heart's going to be broken, and then I'm going to get pissed off. But right now, I can't do it yet. I have to wait, you know? We got 661 people. Only got 236 likes. Hit the like button. Make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't. Definitely do that. But we definitely need to get these likes up. We only got 237 likes. We should be at like at least 300 likes right now. Oh, I think we may draft that other Miami pass rusher, 25 years old, but is the most polished. I don't want a 25-year-old rookie. You know, I mean, I don't want a rookie at 25. I don't. That's like Danny Watkins territory for me. Hopefully, you talking about Rossini? That's true, David. I need it first for the guy. How bad does he want to be a Patriot? That's right. You have to get it first for A.J. Brown. And it's got to be a 2027 first. You're not training, well, maybe not in 1 year, you know. Look, here's the thing, Big Trey. Why would you give him $12.5 million for 1 year? Why, if the average slot receiver makes $6 to $8 million, why are you giving him $12.5 million? I mean, you're not doing that to play the number 4 wide receiver, and you're not doing it to be the 3rd wide receiver. You're doing that to groom him to the number 2 wide receiver. That's what I think. And I'll say this, it may not be this year. It may be next year that they want him to be the 2. 500, if you had to put a percentage on how much percent do you think we draft a wide receiver first round? I say, yeah, I think it's 50-50. You know, it just depends on what the plan is with Wicks. If they're going to move, if you're telling me AJ's gone, I think they're drafting a wide receiver. If you're telling me AJ's not necessarily gone, I think they're not drafting one. I really like AJ, but he's going to piss and moan. Let him go. Howie's doing the voodoo. Look, my thing is I've come to the point where I can accept that. You just got to get the right compensation. And I talk to a lot of people, and they'll say, well, trade him. And I'll say, okay, so you'd be happy getting a 3rd-round pick for him? No. Oh, God, no. So I think it always depends on what the compensation is. To me, at a minimum, you've got to get a 2027 first-round pick. If you get that, then I can understand, you know. So he makes $3.6 million this year at $12.5 for 27. Not sure if there are any dead cap years added to the extension. Oh, I don't think there's any dead cap. If it's a 1-year deal, if it's a 1-year extension, he's going to get all his money. He might get a bunch of it up front in like a roster bonus or something. But if it's structured that way, and I'm not saying it is, but if it is structured that way, then yeah, $3.6 million. He could be he could be a slot receiver. He could be a 3rd or 4th receiver for a year. Maybe they're going to keep AJ. Maybe they're going to groom this kid to replace him. And maybe that's what it is. I'm just thinking out loud. I don't know. Christopher, thank you for the super chat. AJ is gone, guys. Come on. Join me in reality. Too many moves at wide receiver, even before the draft. We need an effing edge. We can't get another receiver in the later rounds. We can get another receiver in the later rounds. Yeah, look, I think you need an edge, but I don't think you could be drafting an edge. I think you got to go trade for one. You need a veteran pass rusher. You don't need a guy who's just going to be a guy. You need a literal pass rusher. That's what I think, anyways. You know, what the hell do I know? Let me see here. Philly 500. If you put, I think I read that one. Let me make sure. I feel like I'm behind. Roosevelt, thank you for super chat. He goes, get AJ on the show. Oh, I think I read that one. Join Me Reality. I definitely read that one. Muscletron, thank you for the super chat, my man. Bro, 2 weeks before the draft, Howie has everyone thinking AJ's gone now. This is his smokescreen. This is a star defensive end draft trade. This has star defensive end draft trade or first round trade up written all over it. Howie mind games coming. I think you could be right. I mean, the more I think about it, and the more that I think about the way that the contract's probably structured, I think you're right. I don't think it necessarily means that AJ's gone. Hammond, thank you for the super chat, my man. He goes, I thought AJ wasn't going anywhere until today. Seems like a done deal now. He'll be in the hot tub with Rossini and Fable in June. It seems like it initially thinking that could be what it is. It could be. Nick, thank you for super chat. Do you think Howie goes after Max or Miles? I don't know, but I sure hope he does, man. I'm hoping. I am pleading with Howie. Please do it. Please go after a veteran defensive end. I mean it, man. I think we got to. No question about it. Now, before we go on any further, I do want to show you guys this. Hold on. Let me show you. I'm going to show you guys. What is this? Allow. So, okay. All right. So, I don't know if you guys have checked it out yet, but Prize Picks has been absolutely awesome, okay? This has been like my new favorite app, okay? Prize Picks is America's #1 sports pick app. The app is really easy to use. Just pick more or less on a few player stats and build your own lineup. Like, seriously, man, you got, this is available in California, in many, many states. And today I'm going to do a little bet, right? Because it's wide receiver day, and we're talking about receivers, I think we need to see what good wide receiver bets are out there. Well, not really, but plays, rather. I apologize. But, they have Barkley. I think this is interesting. Barkley, 299 yards receiving. I actually think this could be more this year. And the reason why I say it is because I think they're going to use the running back more this year, okay? I also like Brian Thomas. I don't think he's going to be there. I think he's not going to be in Jacksonville. He's going to get traded. So I like this, 799 yards. So I think he's going to go somewhere. I think he's going to be really good. And then Christian Watson, he's back from injury. He's much more healthy. I like him to have over 725 yards. So Christian Watson is another guy that I would definitely check it up. So this is my build that I'm going to go with today. Remember this lineup. Remember it. And check it out. Go to Prize Picks, okay? And head over there. Use promo code HMA. And when you sign up, they'll hook you up with $50 in free lineups when you play just $5. $50 in free lineups when you play just $5. Just use promo code HMA. Shout out to Prize Picks. We really we love them and we appreciate it so very much. So check that out. And let me get myself double off of here. I hate it. Now, where were we? Marika, thank you for super chat. Philly, better watch the Cowboys. They have 2 first-rounders, and I think A.J. is gone before the season starts. What am I going to watch them for? They have 2 first rounds. They got to make the right picks, man. See, the problem is with the draft here, like for edge rusher. All right, let's say the Eagles say, well, we're going to draft the edge rusher in round 1 because we need one. Okay, so you're bringing in a rookie edge rusher, and he's probably going to be, the 3rd, 4th player at that position off the board? You think that guy is going to come in and immediately help you? I don't think so. I think the Eagles, I think they need to make a play for Max Crosby, I missed the members chat. Let me go find it. It's not showing up on eCam. I don't know why. It's so friggin' annoying. It looks like I got a couple. No, I got one more I missed. Yeah, you're right. Clark, member for 52 months. Thank you so much. 500. What up, buddy? We all needed to breathe. AJ ain't going freaking anywhere. Relax. RELAX. All these fans getting crazy. I'm steady. AJ ain't going nowhere. Well, I will say this, right? I will say this. We started this whole thing saying AJ's gone. AJ's gone. As this stream has gone out and gone by, the more I think that it's not necessarily a done deal because of the way the structured contract is for Wicks. It doesn't have to be that you're pushing him out. He got in the trade, and for those that are late, I'll just go over this again real quick. The Eagles trade for Dontayvion Wicks, right? And they give him a 1-year, $12.5 million extension. That $12.5 million reportedly is going to kick in 2027. That means he's only going to be making like $3 million, $3.5 million next year. So if the Eagles want to keep AJ on the roster, it's not going to cost them that much to do that. So maybe we're in a situation where this is a guy that's going to come in behind A.J. Brown, learn from A.J. Brown, and then maybe either the trade deadline, depending on your record, or next year you trade A.J. and you have a guy ready to take over. If that's not the case, then why are you paying him $12.5 million in not this year, but the year after? So it's something to think about. And it could be where AJ, they don't know if AJ is going to be on. It may not be a done deal yet. But I came in thinking that was the end of AJ. Now I'm thinking, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure if this solves anything. I would love to only make it. Me too. I know, I say it like $3.5 million. I'll wipe my ass for hundreds. No, man, I know. How is this hate? Smith is your 1, Wicks 2, Hollywood 3. I mean, it could very well be, man. It could be very well that's what's going to happen. But the contract, what I'm saying is that contract extension doesn't kick in for another year. Why load him up on that 1 year? If he's going to play number 2 wide receiver this year, wouldn't you pay him more and let that money kick in right away? AJ going, I'm happy for it. I don't care if it's just you don't care. See, I don't get that role for the Dogs, man. I can't go with you there. I just can't. If I get a second round for A.J. Brown, I'm pissed off, man. If I don't get a 2027 first round pick for A.J. Brown, Philly 500's pissed. Yeah, I'm pissed. Nick, thank you for super chat. He goes, yeah, Wicks is only due $3.6 million in 2026. Well, that's what I'm saying, you know. So maybe it's just we don't know. Maybe the Eagles don't know yet. I think if they take a receiver in the first round, that would definitely spell the end. And I'm not saying it doesn't. All signs point to him leaving. I mean, they just do. With the amount of different receivers, it does point that way. But maybe it's not guaranteed is all I'm saying. Juju, thank you for the super chat. Sneaky Howie thing. A.J. Brown trade draft day. Could be. Yeah. Yeah, it's just opinions. I'm just giving my opinion. My opinion is this, really. If A.J. Brown's on this roster, I love the Wicks trade. If Wicks is the replacement, it's not enough. It's not enough. But, you know, I mean, we'll see. Rolfly does favor super chat. It's an addition by subtraction. Or trade A.J. to move up to get Bane. See, I'll tell you, I've said this before. If I'm trading A.J. Brown, I'm getting a 2027 first from New England. Then As soon as I get that second first-round pick in 2027, I'm taking my first pick in 2026. I'm trading back, getting maybe another late second-round pick, and I'm getting a first-round pick next year. And I'm going into 2027 draft with 3 number ones. That's how I would play it. It's going to be a run-first offense. Barkley's here for the next 3 years. He is, and I'm okay with that. But, don't you think we've got to... Don't you think you got to, build that offensive line back if it's going to be run first, Yo, 500, email Dirty Diana. She'll give you your answer on A.J. What do you mean? What are you talking about? American Screeching Eagle, my man. Thank you for the super chat, my man. Appreciate you. Howie Roseman needs to make a trade for Myles Garrett or Crosby or maybe TJ. I 1,000% agree. We are in total agreement, man. Thank you for the generous donation, man. Really, thank you so much. But I totally agree. I think you're 100% right. Because I think you need a veteran wide receiver. I do. I just really think you need a veteran wide receiver. Thank you. Realistically, Philly, I hate your team, but I'm a big fan of your channel. Just thought I'd thank you, Marika Gray. I really appreciate that. It means a lot to me. It really does. I know we fight, and that's the way it has to be. But I do. It means a lot to me. Okay, let's see here. We are going 56 minutes. Damn. Luckily, I ain't have nothing else to do today. My kids are home all week, so I'm home with them. Not enough. We still need age. I agree. I mean, Logan, the only thing I can think of is New England, right? They seem to be the only player. My hope is that a team comes in and takes. I don't want him to go to New England. Just to spite the Patriot fans. I don't want him in New England. Maybe Jacksonville. People talk about Brian Thomas Jr. If you want to go out and get Brian Thomas, I think that would be a great young second wide receiver. I think that could be a real steal. So I would do something like that. But I mean, it seems like it's going to be New England, no? Her receiving only likes married men, so you're nah. 500 is happily married. Are you kidding? I'm not even a temptation, baby. 500. Are you allowed to keep all your super chat, boy, or do you have to? No, you have to give 30% to YouTube. Yeah, 30%. Yeah, you've been talking about Chris Bell. I think you were the first time I ever heard his name was because of you. And I looked at Chris Bell and I like him. And I think he could be a guy that could develop into a decent receiver. I think there are some receivers in this draft that, they're not high-end receivers, but I think that they're going to get more than one that are going to end up being pretty good. I think, I think they'll develop. 500, so it's basically $15 million or 2 years. 7.5 per year is perfect for wide receiver money. Yeah, but the question is this: 4133. Is that how it's split up? Because you're right, over 7.5 per year for a third wide receiver is perfect. Is third wide receiver money? But from what I'm hearing, it sounds like the 12.5 comes in the final year, which makes me think that you groom for a year behind Brown, and then you bring him in as a 2 receiver. But I don't know. I really would like to see how the money's distributed. Chris Bell, the wide receiver from Louisville. 500. I'm going to barbecue on draft day. I'm going to barbecue some juicy. Oh, that's cool. I'm going to be early. I'm coming on probably 2 hours early. And we're gonna just be talking draft, then we're gonna just go right into the draft. It's gonna be crazy. Giveaways, all sorts of things. This is definitely meaning A.J. Brown is gone, because if you also think about it deeper, Elijah Moore hasn't even signed anything yet, nor interviewed. Yeah. And we haven't even mentioned, I forgot all about Elijah Moore. Crap. Elijah Moore's there too. Yeah, it doesn't look good, but I'm not, I I think it's probably they want to trade him. I don't know if anything's really in place. And if it is, all I ask, all I want, all I need is I need a first-round pick in 2027. That's what I need. Give me that, and I'm good. Draft's going to be crazy. American Screeching Eagle, thank you again for this generous donation, my man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. How about a trade for T. Higgins or Jamar Chase? I would love both those guys. Yeah, I mean, both those guys would be great. Question is would the Eagles, would the Bengals do it? That I don't know. But, I mean, for me, yeah, I like both guys. Of course, I would take Chase first. But, yeah, I just don't think that would be in play, though, unfortunately. What's wrong with you? Who, me? And thank you, American Screeching Eagle, for the super chat, man. Appreciate it. Now I'm trying to go up and figure out what did I do? What's wrong with me? I don't know what's wrong with me. If you're talking to me, I don't know. Tell me what you're talking about. Did this guy really say Dallas is going to be good? Who? Who said that? No, not me. Okay, I was going to say I don't know. My wife says that to me all the time. Photos surfaced of 530 Diane whole hands. I can promise you it wasn't me. You'll never catch me at a carnival. It ain't me. If you see anything that says photos of Philly 500 at a carnival, I can guarantee you, a carnival, a buffet, it was not me. No, I know. You know. If you see me in one of those places, it wasn't me. 500 don't do buffets. I'm not going to be that fat guy at a buffet. I'm just not. So I'm going to be chilling with you, enjoying on draft night. I got day off for. Oh, that's awesome, Kyle. That's awesome. Mark Holmes already has this is our year. I know he comes on Cilio's show with a Christian Parker shirt on. I mean, you can't make it up. You can't make it up. 500 important factor. If they put Wicks money this year, it would definitely mean A.J.Brown's gone, but would lower his draft capital. If teams know we need him gone, this deal lets us keep our leverage. Yeah, I think you're right. If they put the Wicks money this year, I think that's how I kind of look at it too, right? If you're paying him $12.5 million over 2 years, then yeah, you might want him in that role. But if you're saving, if all that $12.5 million is next year, maybe what they're saying is we might trade AJ, we might not. We're not going to lose leverage like you're saying. And guess what? If we don't move AJ, he'll be behind him. And then when AJ goes after the season, there's our guy at $12.5 million. I think that you got to consider that. 5, what are your thoughts on new Warriors? I really liked him his rookie year. Watching him with Green Bay, I was like, oh, that kid's gonna be good. I think he's young. He's got a lot of upside. If you told me he was coming in as part of the depth, with the receivers we have, I would think it's an amazing trade. I don't know if I think he's ready to replace A.J.Brown. But maybe a whole year to develop him. Maybe then they'll think he's worth a chance. So I like him though. I do. We will get a 27 first, and it's going to hit like crack. I cannot wait till those Patriots are in a world of trouble with that schedule says down here first. Oh yeah, that's why you need a first, because the Patriots are going to end up picking like 15. I'm telling you. And the thing is as I said, and I say this again, if I trade A.J. Brown and I get a 2027 first, I am trading my 26th first round pick. I'm trading back into like the mid to late second round, and I'm getting a 2027 first to go along with that, like the Falcons did like the Rams rather did last year. And I'm going to have 3 first round picks in 2027. And then if I need to, I'm making a major play for Jeremiah Smith. And if not, then I'm taking 3 young talented players. It wasn't me, 5. No. 500 it is, dude. I may have a lot of flaws. That is my one thing I am not flawed at. That's the one thing I do good, dude. I'm loyal. I have other weaknesses. It takes, but that's not one. That's not one of them. I hope the Eagles trade for a defensive player for A.J. or some picks. I mean, they're definitely going to get, they're definitely going to get a lot for him. You want A.J.? I do. Dude, I think he's going to be like, in 4 years from now, I think he's going to be the top 2-3 wide receiver in the league. I think that's where he ends up being. 3 firsts for a rookie, that's a lot. Yeah, I know 3 firsts is a lot. I don't look at it like that, though. I look at it like it probably doesn't take you that much, but you have it, and the ammo, though, it's not your first-round picks. You're getting that ammo to basically get a guy ahead of time. You're planning for it. So I don't look at it like if it was the Eagles 27, 28, 29, I'd say, yeah, you're right. But I look at it like you're specifically getting those picks for leverage to get the guy. Hopefully you don't need it. 500 caught drinking eggnog. Pinky out. No way, dude. Not me. That wasn't me. The eggnog thing I might be guilty of, though. They're not launching internal investigation on Henry. We need compensation. Yeah, we do. Oh, they are launching an internal. Oh, dude, she was banging him. I'm sorry, dude. Look, you do not. You see those photos? Dude, nah. There's definitely some skullduggery going on there. Some fornication is going on with those people. What do you think most likely draft scenario for the Eagles in the first round is, as far as trade and selection goes? I think it depends on the A.J. Brown situation. If they're going to trade A.J. Brown, I think they're taking a receiver. If not, I think offensive line is in play, man. They keep saying that the trade is already done. Like, I don't know. I think I don't know that I necessarily agree that the trade everything's agreed to. And does the whole Diana Rossini thing, does that change anything? Like, does that change the narrative? Like, if the Eagles did have an agreement with Patriots, do the Eagles now look at that whole thing differently by the way she went about reporting? What are the chances you think the Eagles may push? I think it's a good chance you'll hear the Eagles' names in it, and I think they'll call. And they may look into it. The question is just like how far, Diana Rossini has been sidelined by New York Times. Interesting. You know what? The one thing too is, have you heard some of the clips, like what she says about her husband? Like, who speaks about your wife or husband like that to public? Like, dude, that's not a woman that loves her husband. I'm sorry. Draft Cooper. Yeah, Cooper in the second round, I have no problem with. Not in the first round, though. You think we'd be more likely to get 2026 first pick or a 27th pick A.J.? Well, I think the Eagles are waiting till after June 1st. So the 2026 draft's over. So I don't think unless they trade them before June 1st, which they're going to eat a lot of money, I don't think they're going to do. They're going to have to get a 2027 first. So I think it's more likely to be a 2027 first. I mean, it's going to be interesting, no question. There are 32 NFL teams in the league, and we only team they talk about. Yeah, like as soon as the Eagles built what the team that they've got right now, boy, they wanted to tear it down. They wanted to get rid of plays that we run. They trying to get rid of players from us. I mean, they're saying trades 2 years out of guys. Like, the league is doing everything for us not to be a powerhouse. But they're not going to be able to stop us. This draft is going to be really, really important, though. It is, no doubt about it. But anyways, guys, I do got to go. I have a brother coming to visit for the weekend, so I want to go get ready for that. I hope you guys are all doing well. I am going to let you guys go. Thank you for joining me today. I'll definitely be back Sunday. We'll see about tomorrow. But I thank everybody, and Yeah, I came in here thinking that A.J. was definitely gone. Now I'm not so sure. I think a lot of it has to do with the way that the contract is basically structured, you know? So Mark Holmes caught in a hotel together. Nah. Good show, man. Thank you, my man. Appreciate it. But I am going to get out of here. I will talk to you guys later. Love yous. Peace out. And we'll see what happens. Draft is coming quick. Peace.
Come on, guys.
2 minutes to go. You have plenty of time.
Come on.
Oh, shit! Dad! No!
It's over. It's over. This game is over. Cut it off. It's over.
Fuck.
Congratulations, Green Bay. Congratulations, Green Bay. Congratulations, Green Bay.
I said run the ball.
Congratulations, Green Bay. Dak Prescott, you need to be fired today. That was on you, Dak. That was on you, Dak. That was on you, Dak.
I said run the ball.
That was on Dak Prescott.
Trying to feed him
Trying to feed the CeeDee Lamb. Trying to feed the CeeDee Lamb. You tried to feed the CeeDee Lamb. You got to give it to CeeDee Lamb. God. It's over. It's over, Dak. Put Trey Lance in the game. Trey Lance can't do worse than you.
I'm an idiot because I buy into this shit. Because here's the thing. I am a grown-ass man. And I talk the talk. It is killing me.
I feel it coming. I feel like it's going to take Jerry Jones taking it. Cut it off. It's over.